What if I told you that every man has the ability to cure premature ejaculation naturally, without any pills, numbing creams, or SSRIs? And it's actually way easier than you think. And this isn't just theory. The number one treatment for premature ejaculation was clinically proven back in 1970 by Masters and Johnson, using a method that was nearly 100% effective in helping men last longer in bed. And it works. I know because I tested it myself. And now I've helped over 400 men use this same method to completely transform their sex lives. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what that method is, why it works so well, and how to use it so you can overcome premature ejaculation for life. But first, you need to understand this very important question. Why do you have premature ejaculation in the first place? Let me break it down for you. Ejaculation isn't random. It's a reflex controlled by your nervous system. And for men with premature ejaculation, that reflex is hypersensitive. Why? Because your nervous system doesn't feel safe during sexual arousal. And there's a perfectly good reason for that. Maybe you grew up masturbating to porn while constantly worried about being caught. Maybe your first sexual experience was really embarrassing and you never want to go through that again. Or maybe you really care about the woman you're with and you're scared of losing her if this keeps happening. When your nervous system senses that kind of stress or pressure, it starts to treat sex like a threat, and it tries to release that tension the fastest way it knows how: ejaculation. That's why things like Kegels, numbing creams, or SSRIs don't create real lasting change, because they don't help you regulate your nervous system. And that's the part of you that's actually in control of ejaculation. You can't force control with tricks or shortcuts. What you need is to feel safe, grounded, and regulated while you're sexually aroused. That's the only way your body can stay calm and in control during sex. So how do you actually regulate your nervous system? Well, the first step to regulating your nervous system and treating premature ejaculation is learning how to breathe in a way that actually calms your body. One way to do that is belly breathing, and it's one of the most powerful tools you have available to you. When you're unconsciously stuck in fight or flight mode, your breath becomes short and shallow and tight in your chest. This tells your nervous system that you are in danger, and it keeps you feeling anxious and completely out of control. But when you breathe into your belly slowly and intentionally, you send a completely different signal. You tell your body and brain, I am safe, and it is okay to relax. And here's how to do it. Put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Inhale gently through your nose and let your belly fill with air. Then exhale slowly out your mouth with a slight sigh and let your belly fall. The more you practice this throughout your everyday life, the more you train your nervous system to stay regulated. Even just 5 of these deep belly breaths can shift you out of stress and into relaxation. And that's where overcoming premature ejaculation becomes possible. Now for the most important question. How do you integrate this during sex with your partner? Well, in 1970, sex researchers Masters and Johnson clinically proved a behavioral technique that was nearly 100% effective in helping men overcome premature ejaculation. This is the #1 natural premature ejaculation treatment, and it's called the stop-start method. And it works because it doesn't just mask the symptoms. It actually retrains your nervous system during sexual arousal. And here's how it works. When you are alone or with your partner, you stimulate yourself close to the point right before ejaculation. Then you stop all stimulation, take a few deep belly breaths, and let your arousal come back down. Then you start again and repeat that process. Every time you pause and stay calm at the edge of ejaculation, you're creating new neural pathways in your brain, and you're teaching your body that sexual arousal is safe. and that you are in control. This is where real natural transformation happens, and it's the key to rewiring your nervous system and completely curing premature ejaculation. Now, there is one more thing that most men don't realize. When Masters and Johnson used this technique in their clinical studies, they weren't just mentioning it in a 15-minute doctor's visit. They were working closely with men and couples over several weeks, helping them implement the technique, breathe through arousal, and build open and honest communication. That's why it was nearly 100% effective. These men had direct coaching and support, with Masters and Johnson guiding them every step of the way. And if you are a man who is really struggling with premature ejaculation, trying to fix it alone without knowing your blind spots is exactly what keeps most men stuck for years, sometimes even decades. Now, if you want my help to personally coach you step by step until premature ejaculation is no longer a problem in your life, click the link below in the description and book a call now. Or watch this next video here. It dives much deeper into how to cure your premature ejaculation so you can fully satisfy your partner in bed.